Canada's water infrastructure faces accelerating climate pressures, but the engineers designing these systems rarely hear from the frontline operators. This creates an innovation gap, and nowhere is this gap wider than in the north, where climate pressures arrive first and hardest. For water operators in the north, design problems aren't hypothetical. They're right here, right now. You've got tech designed in a nice, warm office that completely fails in the frozen ground. Processes that should be simple, like just checking a tank level, become massive headaches. These poor design choices can make basic maintenance both difficult and dangerous. One tiny design flaw can shut down the entire building.
The secondary shutoff has failed, and there is no isolation valve to do any maintenance on the the backflow preventer. There's no isolation up front unless you shut the water off to the whole building with that valve there, but you should have an option to isolate.
I would recommend making this very simple next time. Instead of having something that can do a lot of things, I would prefer to have it done one time but very well and very simple.
We're the people on the ground. We want to help our communities, to make better systems that work.
This right here, this is just these things warp, so we can't completely close it properly. So no matter how hard we try or we do, something can crawl through like a snake or a spider or a mouse.
We have to crawl and carry the thing with us. It's very exhausting. It's hard on our bodies too. 840 water cisterns, but still the 333 are still in crawl spaces.
So what if all the frustration on the front lines could actually become the solution? That's where Ideas comes in. Ideas is a platform that captures the knowledge of frontline workers and turns it into design intelligence. The workflow is intentionally simple. Whenever workers find a problem, they film it, describe it, and upload it. That's it. Ideas captures real-world experience, but it's more than a database. This is where the AI does its real work. Natural language processing converts thousands of unstructured operator reports into structured evidence, surfacing patterns and systemic flaws no single utility could see on its own. A warped lid in one town, a bad sensor in another. Suddenly, the AI sees the connection. And this is how we find the innovation gaps, the opportunities missing from the market. Ideas shows us the difference between what's being designed and what's actually needed. And here's the game changer. Ideas creates a direct feedback loop to manufacturers. Water operators go from reporting problems as complaints to actively co-designing the solutions. It also gives procurement officers the structured evidence they need to specify climate-resilient materials over the lowest bid, turning operator knowledge into purchasing power. This is about more than fixing valves. It's about building a smarter, more resilient infrastructure system, designed by the communities that depend on it. The ripple effects are huge, from local well-being to national climate strategy. And this work is critical for meeting Canada's commitment to close the Indigenous infrastructure gap by 2030, an investment estimated at $349 billion. Ideas makes that investment work harder by ensuring infrastructure is built right the first time, informed by the communities it serves. Ideas is a fundamental shift from infrastructure for communities to infrastructure designed with and by communities. This is what a connected community looks like, one where the people who run the infrastructure shape how it gets built. Ideas is a new innovation engine, sparking new businesses, new products, and new local jobs, positioning Canada as a global leader in AI-enabled infrastructure asset management.